Hey guys, what's okay here? In our last video, we talked about building a header element, and we did that. So the next part of our learning phase is building a sign up or login flow. So the first thing I want to do is I'd say pop up and sign up in. I'm adding V2, which is version 2. You don't have to add V2. The reason why I'm adding this is because I have already built this, but I didn't make a video for it. So what am I going to do? I'll simply click on create. Okay, so now we have this, and I'll pause the video because I have to upgrade my responsive. As mentioned, the reason why I see this is because the app is old. Okay, I've upgraded my responsive, and when you create a reusable element, it starts off as a group, but I'm going to change this to a pop-up because I want it to be a pop-up, and I'm going to start editing my layout. Mind you, it's not fixed, it's set as column as the main container layout, so I'll go 420 max width, 420 minimum height, just got 400. So now 400 is okay. Okay, so I'm going to add a text here. Just before I do that, I am going to work with my padding. So if you look at my elements tree, I am currently on my reusable pop-up element. So top 20, bottom 20, left 20, right 20. That's fine. For the text title, I'll say sign up. Style, brand. Okay, I don't have my style set up properly, but for the sake of this video, just keep going, and I'll set this one as I want it to be a bit 30. Yeah, this is just fine. So I'm going to take out my minimum width and say fit width to content, minimum height, take that out, and fit height to content is already checked. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is to add my input elements. So I'll go over here to, can't find it real quick, but I'll just search input, and for input I will take out the fixed width, take this out as well, and say 40 for my input. Make this element fixed height, yes please. The reason why I made this fixed height is because if I don't make it fixed height, this is what happens. I don't need my inputs to be like this. So 40, or you know what, let's go 45, better. So we have a little bit more space. And what will I call this input elements? Input email address. Copy paste, and this would be input password. Copy this text. Copy paste. I'm using Command C, Command V to copy and paste, which is Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And here go re-enter password. Okay. So now all I need to add is one more button. And next would be my sign up. And I don't need it to be fixed with. And also at the bottom, I'm going to add some text. And my text will say, already have an account, which is a question. So body small, and I need you to be 600. And yeah, that's just fine. So I'll go ready, have an account, question mark, and check this, fit with content, make that 0, and I'll copy and I'll paste this. Let's see, login, change the color to green, and just going to add space there. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is to group both elements in a row container, and I'll say fit with the content, and my horizontal alignment I'll say center. Now if I click here, so this group I'll call switch to login. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to group these 3 elements together, and I'll say group elements in a column container, and this group I'll call input fields. So what is in my input fields now? These 3 inputs. So the next thing I'll say apply gap spacing of 15 to have that space, and this guy I would say spacing button 20, and you do the same thing 20, as for you button 10. Okay, now I have this spaced out the way I want it to be. So the next thing I want to do is I'll say select first parent. So when I click here, I'm trying to get this group itself. So that's the reason why I'm saying select first parent. So now the main outer group is selected, as you can see here. Now it's blue, and I'll click on this group here. I'm clicking in between so I can select this group. Now click here and right click, and I'll say group elements in a column container, and I want to call this section sign up. Okay, so the reason why I'm grouping this together, you'll see in a second. It's simply because this pop-up is going to have both the sign in and the sign up function. So the next thing I want to do is take out my minimum height, since I have elements in here now. So I'm simply going to copy my section sign up, and I'll paste it. So now I have section sign up copy, and this section I'll call section in. This text and try to type it again here. Okay. And here I'm just going to delete this one. Input email address, I'll put in brackets in, copy this here as well, so I know the difference between the login and the, so I'll go log space in, and here I'll say don't have an account, space, here I'll say sign up. Okay, so now we have all of that built out. Our interface looks good. So I'm going to be introducing something called states in a second, but just before that, let's add our functionalities or functions to our current UI.